Yes, certainly in nascent stages at this point in time. But since you called Ankit the legend, let me go back to the legend on the panel as far as the drone business is concerned. So, Ankit, I want to understand from you, the opportunities that Idea Forge is now looking at, not just from a domestic market perspective, but also from an export point of view, the markets that you believe you are going to be able to gain access to, because as you pointed out, we've banned imports, but perhaps also with the benefit of the PLI scheme, etc., the export market will become a more lucrative opportunity. And in terms of fundraising, you've got a fairly large kitty at this point in time to play with, but what does the future look like?
Shireen, exports is definitely an area which is opening up for the Indian drone industry. I believe that given our background of developing these products in an extremely difficult environment, particularly from the climatic conditions point of view and the terrain and the overall diversity in where all we need to operate these systems as a part of our country. Uh, there is a great opportunity. And what has happened in India, particularly, is that we've pushed the envelope of performance well beyond a lot of players globally. And therefore, we are seeing a lot of interest in these differentiated products, which have not emanated from a hobby market or RC flying market plus approach versus a mission first approach in the global market. In fact, as we speak, I am in the US attending one of the largest UAV conferences in the world and trying to uh, announce that we are now arriving in the North American market, and we would love to look at how our differentiated offerings can add value to the customers here locally. And that's something that we are quite looking forward to. We have already started exporting to a few countries, and we are hoping that we'll be able to aggressively grab the market share in these opportunities in these markets as well. And of
Okay, so
course,
you've
from the
already
point of
started
view of
exporting, and of course,
funding.
the US is the big market that you're hoping to get into. Yes, yes, go ahead, Ankit.
Yeah, no, I was just going to add that as far as funding is concerned, I think the space is, ripe for a large kitty of, money coming to it, particularly because as we Indian businesses look at building these differentiated solutions that have global value, I do believe that, our mark will be visible in the global space. And as we move forward towards building it for more and more use cases in our country, we will be needing to build differentiated solutions. And as we build differentiated solutions for a large market, which the Sticky report is also announcing, of which I'm also a co-chair, I do think that we should be looking at a very bright future for the drone industry from the perspective of availability of capital as well as having a large potential demand base.
Rama, that's what I want to address with you. Let's talk about some of the new used cases that could open up as potential opportunities and what that means for a company like yours. You've got a revenue of about 2 crores in FY22. You're targeting a revenue of between 10 to 12 crores in FY23. The kind of collaborations, partnerships, clients that you're working with, as well as the new used cases that the industry is focusing on in terms of future capitalization.
Yeah, Sharon. So address that. So we so far have developed the use cases for surveillance and logistics delivery up to payload capacity of 10 kg. And by end of this financial year, we are planning to finish our products for ISR missions and also payload capacities that can go up to 40 to 50 kg, and that can be transported to a range of 80 to 100 kilometers. And that will solve the purpose of a mid-mile delivery in civilian market and also high altitude hill areas applications also. That can be used for our border forces and also for disaster response forces, NDRF, SDRF, etc. And this will also solve the purpose for the medicine delivery in Himachal and Uttarakhand. These areas which are not easily accessible. And parallel to that, we are also planning to finish the product development of loitering ammunition solutions by partnering with multiple DRDO labs. That is also one of the product development in the pipeline. Yeah, these are some of that I can reveal at this point.
And what about exports and the export opportunity for you?
So that we are still establishing ourselves in the Middle East market by attending. We are attending this Dubai Heli Show by end of which is as in October 24 to 26, and there we are going to release our couple of new products in our portfolio, and that will make us create a mark in that. And from there, from next year, we are planning to establish find local partners or regional partners in Canada and Australia and Middle East.
Okay, so big plans as far as exports are concerned. Agneshwar, let me ask you the same question, both domestic opportunities as well as the export opportunities. And, again, for the benefit of our viewers who are watching, the different kinds of opportunities that drone companies like Garuda are looking at. You have, of course, got a partnership and a tie-up with Swiggy. When does that finally get operationalized? And how is it going to work?
Well, if it wasn't for the Bangalore floods, we would have actually commenced our operations with Swiggy, and it is not a trial. It's actually advanced stages of figuring out how you would actually be able to monetize it. But apart from the whole Swiggy partnerships, we believe that there is going to be a huge opportunity of selling over 20,000 drones over the next 8 to 12 months in the domestic agricultural sector. We're market leaders in that space, and we've made rapid strides in equipping our drones with very high-tech software and with very advanced partnerships with some of the global giants in the tech space. But ever since the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji launched 100 Garuda Kisan drones in 100 locations simultaneously across the country in February, we've had significant traction with Mahendra Singh Dhoni picking up a stake at Garuda Aerospace. We've also commenced a very large Series A $30 million round at a $250 million valuation. So needless to say, funds are coming in. There is a lot of progressive policies. We're focused towards the precision ag sector and customizing our drones to provide a lot of other allied services. But we are also focusing on adding elements of software, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and automation, because I think that is the future. Merely drone manufacturing and providing services will not get us those 20 to 25x valuations, and our goal is to become the first ever drone unicorn startup. And in that perspective, we believe that deep tech data and how we are going to monetize that data is going to be a huge game changer in the future.
Agneshwar, you said the aspiration and the aim is to become the first drone unicorn in the country. What timeline have you set for yourself to be able to achieve that?
Well, hopefully we should be reaching that space in the next 12 to 16 months' time. But at the same time, for us, more than the valuation game, we believe that we can impact 1 billion people positively. And I think the best way to do that is via the precision agricultural space, because regardless of any defense equipment, industrial projects, I think agriculture is an essential, right? So when you're developing a drone and providing services and enhancing the food crop productivity and yield of farmers, I believe you're going to touch 1 billion lives, and automatically the valuation would come. So we're not too bothered about when we're going to achieve that. We've set a timeline of August 2023. We're firmly on the track. We've started to increase our revenues 100x since last year. So I believe that we are definitely going to get there. It's only about having the right partners and the right fund infusion at the right time.